Good afternoon, folks. Ron Bishop here from Timaru, New Zealand again. How are you? How's your day going? You having a good day? I'm having a great day. Bye. Jesus, it's one of the best days I've ever had, I think. You see, it wasn't always like that for me. Sometimes I used to get really depressed. Oh, yeah, I used to have some terrible days. And they were the days when I was a negative thinker. I used to be a real negative thinker. If I could find something wrong, I would find it. I used to write letters to the Timaru Herald every week, and I'd always be complaining about something. Something was wrong. In New Zealand we call it growling, but in Australia they call it whinging. If you complain in Australia, you're whinging. Okay? So I was a whinger and a complainer, and when you condition your mind to complain, you'll find lots of things to complain about. Because the law of attraction will attract negative things, situations in your life, and you'll continue to complain. But I woke up one day and I thought, I'm going to change this. I'd heard about this positive thinking, and I thought, well, every time I think of something negative, I'm going to switch to the positive. So I started doing this. I started practicing switching from negative to positive, which reminds me of a story. A man called Joe, we'll call him Joe, he was a negative thinker. All his mates reckon he was the most negative thinker you'd ever meet. And anyway, someone said to him, why don't you join the army? So he joined the army. And one of the things he had to do in the army was get in an aeroplane and jump out of the aeroplane down to the ground, you see, and to where the battlegrounds were. So this particular day, he had all the instructions. The instructor said, now this is what's going to happen. We're going to open the door. We're going to put a parachute on your back. We're going to open the door, and we'll say jump, right? And when we say jump, you jump. And you count to 10. And when you get to 10, you pull shoot. This cord here, and your chute will open, and it'll take you safely down to the bottom. And there'll be a truck down there to pick you up and bring you back here to the base camp, you see. So he thought, oh, that's pretty easy. So he gets up in the plane. He's got all his parachute on, and it's his turn to jump. And he goes to the door. The door is open. He goes to the door, and the command came, jump. So he jumped, and he counted to 10. And he pulled the ripcord, but his chute didn't open. Now he remembered further instructions that if his chute didn't open, there was another cord here called the emergency chute, and he could pull on that, and his emergency chute will open and take him down to the ground safely. So away he goes, and he's standing there, and the command came, jump. So he jumped, and he counted to 10, and he pulled the cord, and the chute didn't open. His chute didn't open. So he remembered further instructions. He pulled on the emergency chute, and that chute didn't open. And Joe said, that's just what I thought. And I bet that truck's not down there to take me back to the base camp either. That's a good story, isn't it, eh? There are lots of people like Joe out there. Norman Vincent Peale is a mentor of mine. I followed Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote the book, The Power of Positive Thinking. And he used to tell a story about how he walked down the street one day and he met another Joe, and he said to Joe, how are you today, Joe? And Joe said, well, I said, I've got a crook leg, my back's playing up, my wife's taken off with another man, and all he could do was complain, you see. And Norman Vincent Peale said to him, well, listen, I've got the answer for that. He said, I know where there's a place where you can go and no one, everything's right, everything goes right. Never have any bad luck and everything goes right. He said, show me the place, he said. So Norman Vincent Peale said, it's the cemetery up on the hill there. All those people in the cemetery got no worries. And it's true. I mean, you can walk down the street, can't you? And it's a beautiful sunny day. And you'll say to someone, isn't it a lovely day? And you know what they'll say? Yes, but I think it's going to swing around and it's going to snow and hail and rain. It's going to get cold or whatever. They swing to the negative. You see, because negative thinking is a habit. We think negative thoughts out of habit. We have to change the habit. So how do you change a habit of a lifetime? Well, you change by practicing mental exercises, doing mental exercises. So that you every time you hear a negative thought or you have a negative thought, you switch it to the positive, right? Switch it to the opposite, right? And you have to do this every day. You have to think about, now, listen, this thought I've got in my mind, is this negative or is it positive? And if it's negative, switch it to the positive, right? It's hard, I know. It's hard to do regularly. It's easy to do once, but to do it every day is hard work. You've got to concentrate. You've got to say to yourself, today I'm going to do my affirmations. This is what I say to myself every day. When I wake up in the morning, I say, what a great morning this is. It's absolutely fantastic. Great things are going to happen to me today. I'm excited about today. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I always say the right words at the right time. I always say the right words at the right time, and I'm always in the right place at the right time. Opportunities are everywhere. Opportunities come to me every day. That's what you've got to do. You've got to say it over and over, these positive thoughts, positive affirmations over and over every day. There's no shortcut. It's easy enough to do, but it's the discipline. You have to do it every day because your subconscious mind will find an excuse why you can't do it today. What's the time? It's 20 to 4, and all day I've been thinking about I must do that video. And I've been putting it off. I've been doing other stuff. But I had to sit in the finish. It's 20 to 4. I've got to get this up today. There are people out there waiting for this video because I've got a lot of followers, you see. And they're waiting for the positive Ron Bishop because he's so positive. Yeah, I'm a positive thinker. Really am. But I practice every day. I practice positive thinking. You have to do that. You have to do that. Do that, will you? Every time a negative thought comes into your mind, say to yourself, what's the opposite of this? And think an opposite thought. And start doing affirmations. Start visualizing what it is you want. First of all, you have to have a desire. What do you want to do in life? Where are you going? What are your goals? Write your goals down. Concentrate your mind on your goals. If you're thinking about your goals all day, opportunities will come your way to help you reach your goal. Don't worry how things are going to happen. Worry about what it's going to feel like when you achieve your goal. Okay? I did a video just the other day on living in the now. You've got to live in the now. You've got to think about what it's like to have achieved your goal. Can you do that? Easy enough. You can do it. Of course you can. Hey, listen, I'll encourage you. Because I'm a motivational coach, I'm a motivational teacher, I'm the happiest and funniest and healthiest and wealthiest and greatest motivational teacher and preacher in the world. That's what I tell myself. Is that true? Probably not. But my subconscious mind doesn't know that, and if I tell it often enough, it'll believe it. Once you get a belief, things will happen. So I've got to convince myself that I'm a positive thinker. You can do that too. You can do it. Will you do that? Hey, listen, see you tomorrow, okay? Saturday tomorrow. Thank God it's Friday. I did the one on Monday. Thank God it's Monday. This is thank God it's Friday, okay? So see you later. Bye-bye.